Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So most of my subscribers have requested I teach them how to make a red velvet cake, and I have taken out my time to make this particular video. This particular video took me approximately 2 hours to make because I just wanted to make everything perfect, and so that even as a beginner, as you're watching this video, you would just get the process and the procedures. So all you need to do is make sure you watch this video to the end, share it, and also subscribe to this particular channel. Let's get right into the video on how to make a perfect red velvet cake. So before you start making your cake, get your pan. This is an 8.5 inches cake pan. Butter it and also add some flour around the pan so that after baking your cake can come out smoothly without sticking to the pan. And also in this video I will be telling you the secrets on making red velvet cake. So after removing the excess flour, add in your parchment paper at the bottom of the cake pan so that it won't stick or it won't get burnt. Then keep your cake pan aside. Now one of the first ingredients you'll be making for this red velvet cake is what? Buttermilk. So all you need is what? 1 cup of milk. Add 1 cup of milk into a plate and then add in 1 tablespoon of vinegar, white vinegar. Turn everything and just place it aside. Then when it's time for us to use it, we are going to use it. So can you see the vinegar has made the milk to curdle? Now it's time for us to make our red velvet cake. So first of all, we'll go in with our dry ingredients, and the dry ingredient contains flour. So make sure you sift everything. So we have flour. I just added in my flour into my sift, and these are the some of the other ingredients to be adding. We have our red food color, cocoa powder, salt, baking soda, and baking powder. So that's what we'll be adding into this our sift. So first of all, our cocoa powder goes in. I'm just taking my time to make this video so that everyone will understand it. Secondly, our red food color goes in. Then this is our baking powder, it goes in, followed by our salt. The salt goes in, and then lastly our baking soda goes in. So please make sure that the salt doesn't come in contact with the baking soda or baking powder. So after placing all your dry ingredients, so sift all the dry ingredients, and as you can see there are some particles in the dry ingredients. So our dry ingredients are ready. I just kept it aside. Then in another bowl, add in your margarine and sugar. You can also use butter, but I am using margarine. So you can use your mixer, you can use your hand mixer, or you can use your, if you don't have a hand mixer, you can use your turning stick. Do you understand? So that is it. So we have to mix, or we have to cream our butter and sugar until it is pale white. Do you understand? It is very, very important until it is pale white, or until you stop hearing the sound of the sugar molecules. So as I kept on mixing with my hand mixer, I just used my spatula to still bring up everything together. Besties, please do me a favor by liking this video, share this video with your friends, subscribe and follow for more amazing videos. And now we are done creaming our butter and sugar. It's time for us to begin to add in our eggs, and I just added in 1 egg. Add in 1 egg at a time. Add in 1 and mix everything until it is well incorporated before adding in another egg. So just keep on adding. We're just using only 3 eggs, so you just keep on adding until you exhaust your eggs. So this is the last egg I'm using, so I just mixed up everything. So make sure everything gets mixed up, that's very important. So then I added in 1/2 tablespoon of vanilla flavor and also mixed up everything. Please, if you have any question, don't hesitate to drop your questions at the comment section. I'll be there to reply to all your questions. So mix up everything so that everything will be well incorporated. So that is it. Now it's time for us to begin to add in our dry ingredients and our milk. That's the buttermilk we made. So first of all, keep on, you add in your dry ingredients and add in your milk. You will keep on alternating, but you have to do me just one favor. The favor you have to do me is that you have to add your flour should be the last thing, or your dry ingredients should be the last thing that goes into this particular batter. So whatever process you're taking, whether you're adding the milk or you're adding your dry ingredients, just make sure that your dry ingredients should come last. So just look at what I'm doing. I just added in my dry ingredients and added in my buttermilk. Besties, I would like you to take your time and observe how I'm folding in my cake batter. Can you see how I'm folding it in? I'm not using force. So we add in our dry ingredients and fold. Please fold gently, don't over mix. This particular red velvet cake is a specialty cake and it doesn't need force. Do you understand? If you over mix it, you won't like the outcome. You know, baking is chemistry, baking is science. So you need to know what you are doing at a particular time. So this is the last batch of our flour mixture. So just fold in gently. And also you can also use your mixer to mix everything, but once you use your mixer, set it on medium or on low so that everything will just come together. And once everything comes together, it's time for us to bake. So if for instance you're using your mixer, this is the level at which you're meant to use your mixer. Just within 30 seconds everything has come together, it is okay. So we're going to transfer our cake batter into a cake pan, and the cake pan we'll be using is an 8.5-inch cake pan, and this particular 8.5-inch cake pan can take about 800 to 900 cake batter. If you have not watched my video on the amount of cake batter each cake pan can contain, please go and watch that video. Yes, or check the link at the description box. So we are going to bake this particular cake for approximately 1 hour. So after putting in your batter into the cake pan, please tap it on a flat surface so that in case of any air bubbles will just deflate. Do you understand? Can you see how I'm tapping it? So tap it, and we're going to bake for 1 hour, and after 1 hour this is our cake. And my dear friends, before you try to remove your cake from your cake pan, make sure you use your knife to run through the sides of the cake, then remove it from the cake pan. Now it's time for us to remove our parchment paper. As you can see, with the help of this parchment paper, our cake won't get burnt. With the help of this parchment paper, it will help to lock in all the moisture contained in this particular cake. And as you can see, this particular cake, everything is red from the top to the bottom. So it's time for us to trim out the caramelized parts of this cake. And this part, one sweet thing about this cake recipe is that you can place your vanilla cake on top, you can place your chocolate cake on top. It is very, very stable, unlike the oil based recipes or some of these recipes you see online. It is not all vanilla cakes, it is not all red velvet cake recipes you see online that you are going to follow. Please follow this particular recipe. This particular recipe is perfect for birthday cakes. It can travel long distances. And also, if you're very observant, you would notice that as I carve or as I trim out this particular cake, it is not falling apart. Unlike some red velvet cake recipes that after making it, you can't even trim it, you can't even carve them. This particular red velvet cake is perfect. Can you see the inside? It is so perfect. Besties, this is the perfect red velvet cake recipe to use, especially for birthday celebration, or if you are a baker that makes a living through baking cakes. Use this particular red velvet cake recipe. If you found this video very helpful, let me know at the comment section. And also, if you have any video requests, you can drop it at the comment sections, and also your questions. Please do me a favor by liking this video, share this video with your friends, subscribe and follow for more amazing videos. And finally, I would love to give you guys some secret tips. First of all, I made this particular milk myself. So if you don't know how to make milk at home, please check the description box. You would see the link on how to make milk. Before you bake your cake, in fact, before you bake any cake, make sure you preheat your oven. Make sure your oven is hot before placing your cake inside that oven. If not, you won't like the outcome of your cake. And also, before you bake, make sure you tap it on a flat surface to flatten out all the. My dear friends, thank you so much for watching. Bye.